Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today I'm going to show you how to actually create the payoff and also profit graph for derivatives using Excel. Right? So for the first one, we are going to look at forward first. So as we have learned on the past lecture, for long forward, the payoff is actually ST minus with FOT. So ST is the price at maturity, which is the underlying price at maturity, and also FOT is actually the future price in which that we pay the price that we agreed to pay at the beginning of the contract, right? So for short forwards, it is actually minus the long forward payoff, so it's become FOT minus with ST, right? So for this one, when I want to do the graph for the payoff and also profit, first of all, I will I want this to be flexible, so that my graph I can use this graph whatever the price is. So for example, the future price is for example is 2000, just like the price for the chicken that we have discussed before. All right, so in that case, I want the starting point of my data to be 1000, for example, and the increment is every 100 ringgit. Okay, so I will set the price at maturity here. So the first price at maturity will be the starting point, so this would be equal to the starting point, and then I click enter. And then for the second price at maturity, I will set it to be equal to the starting this price, right? And then I have to add it with the increment, so I plus it with the increment here. Okay, so now it become 1100. So I want it to be 1000, 1100, and so on. So 1200, right? So what I can do here is actually I just because I want the value 100, the increment to be fixed. So if I drag this directly, it will not be fixed. The value for cell B4 will not be fixed if I just directly like copy it. So what I have to do is actually I have to put $sign here at the cell that I want it to be fixed, right? So in that case, it will, when I copy the formula to the next cell, it will, the cell B4 here will be fixed. Okay, so let's just see here. So I just drag the formula here. All right, so I just drag it until down here. Okay, so and then I just fill without formatting. All right, so I can see now it has from 1000 until 3000. Okay, so this is the price at maturity for the futures that we have agreed to pay just now. Okay, so for example, the same this is for the payoff first. Okay, so the payoff, all right, actually the payoff and also the profit for futures contract, it's the same. All right, for forward contract or futures contract is the same because it doesn't has any premium or whatsoever. So that's why the payoff and also the profit for forward contract is the same. Okay, unlike for option contract where they have premium. So in this case, in order for me to calculate what is the payoff of the long forward here, so I can make it as, so this should be equal to, so the formula is for long forward is ST minus FOT. So this is ST, so I have to minus it with FOT, which is this one. Okay, cell B5, right? So I click enter. So actually this is if since we agreed to pay at the price of if we're in the long position, so we agreed to buy with the price of 2000, but then at maturity the underlying asset price is only 1000. So that's why here you can see it's negative sign, meaning that it's a loss. It's a loss for us for 1000 ringgit. So what I can do is actually I can drag it. When I want to drag it down, I just have to make sure that I fix the cell B5. So I just fix this cell. So when I drag it, it will be fixed. When I drag the formula, right? So I just drag the formula down there. Okay, so you can see here it automatically will calculate all the profit, all the payoff for each ST here, right? So as you can see, if you want to see the formula, I just show you the formula. Okay, so for this one, it will automatically, since we have copied the formula here, so you can see that the B5 here is fixed, right? So it doesn't change, right? Okay, so for the next one, for short forward, it is actually FOT minus ST. So it is equal to, so this is the FOT minus with this is the ST. Alright, so we want to make sure that we fix the value for B5. So we put $sign there, click enter, and then next we just drag the formula down. Okay, so alright, so I hope you can see here that it's automatically calculate the payoff for each ST here. So as you can see, it automatically will find what is the payoff for short forward, which is the orange line, and also long forward for the blue line here. All right, so what I actually like with this template is actually, for example, the future price is, the underlying asset is, for example, is only 10 ringgit. Okay, so the future price is only 10 ringgit. All right, so what I have to do here is actually I will make the starting point to be 0. Okay, and the increment will be 1 to make it plausible here, right? So as you can see, it will automatically change the price at maturity to be 0 until 20, because we know that the future price is only 10, so we want to make sure the scale that we have here can suit with the future price that we have here. So for example, if it's 100, okay, if it's 100, so I have to make sure that the starting point is, maybe I can use 0, but then my increment will be 10, so every 10 ringgit, right? So it will start at 0, 10, and so on up to 200, right? So this template here will automatically find the payoff for long forward and also short forward. So actually for profit, it will be also the same, right? So I can just actually, since the profit is the same, so I'll just equal to this one, right? So I can also just copy everything. Okay, so I just copy everything here. So it will copy every value that I have from the previous from the payoff table here, so in the profit table, because it's exactly the same. So now I have the forward payoff and also forward profit graph for long forward and also short forward. All right, so if you are not sure on how I come up with this graph, right, so let me show you. I just delete this one so you can see how I come up with this. Okay, so I just delete this. Okay, so when I want to add in a graph for profit, because I have the payoff here for profit, so what I have to do is I go to insert. Okay, maybe I can just highlight the table first, the data table first. So insert, and then chart. Here I use scattered chart, okay, but with trend with line, so with marker and line. So I just select this one. Okay, so as you can see, this is the diagram corresponding to the profit table for the forward. Alright, so I can just edit everything. So I will just edit this one, the chart title. So this one become forward profit. Okay, and then can I adjust the size a bit? Right, so as you can see there, the graph is just exactly the same as before. So make sure you use the scatter diagram one. Alright, so this is for forward. So I hope you can follow what I'm doing here. So that's how you come up with the payoff diagram for forward, and also profit diagram for forward using Excel.